You finish your eyeliner. You look up at the mirror, and your eyes still look tired. Same pencil, same hand, same tired. We blame the hand. We blame the fold, but it isn't the color of your liner that's making your eyes look smaller. It's where you put it. One tip in this whole category gets praised in every comment section. The American Academy of Ophthalmology advises against it. That's number 3. I'm not here to tell you what to do. These are 7 things your liner is doing. You decide which ones stay. Welcome back to Glow After 60. Before any of this applies to you, 10 seconds in a mirror. Lift the skin of your upper lid. If your lash line reappears where it belongs, that's loose skin. Doctors call it dermatochalasis, and everything today works on you. If the lid edge itself still sits low, no pencil fixes that. That's your eye doctor. Median age at that appointment, 62. A mirror, not a diagnosis. You're not imagining this. And if one eye is hooded and the other isn't, number 6 is yours. Number 1. Most of us were taught to ring the whole eye. Top, bottom, corner to corner, one unbroken line. You read a closed shape as an object with edges, and edges have a size. The size you read is smaller than your actual eye, because you just drew the border in yourself. Look at your own eye in the mirror for a second. Is that line closed? Leave the inner corner bare, and there's no border to measure. The white of your eye runs into the light with nothing to stop it. A viewer worked this out years before anybody made a video about it. Her words: "I've been just lining the outer 2/3 on top and bottom for years. That's the whole fix. Outer 2/3, inner corner bare. And if the full ring feels natural to you, it should." Most of us learned it in the 60s and 70s, on a lid that was flat and had room to spare. That isn't a bad habit. That's a habit built on a different face, the swap, the closed ring, for the open corner. And we still haven't reached number 3. How much lid do you actually have left to spend? That number changed without anyone telling you. There's a number on your lid, and almost nobody counts it. It's the strip you can see between your lashes and your crease. Call it your lid budget. And it shrinks. Loose upper lid skin turns up in as many as 17.8% of adults, and it climbs steeply with age. The lid itself didn't drop. The skin above it folded down over it. Put the same thick line on 2 lids. At 30, there's budget left over. At 65, that line has eaten the whole strip, and a strip you can't see reads as no lid, which sets a trap. The less lid you see, the harder you press and the thicker you draw, and the less lid you see. One viewer said it in a single line: "Now it's definitely less is more. Thinner gray liner versus heavy black." Back in the day, I wore a similar look, and it was a do in the 1960s for me. The swap. Thick across the lid, for dense at the lashes and fading upward. Same pigment, less floor space. And you won't need to buy a thing. I'll come back to why. The one tip everybody praises is the one an eye doctor wishes they wouldn't. You've been told to swap the black on your waterline for a nude or a white. Every video in this category says some version of it. The color was never the problem. Your waterline isn't skin. It's the wet rim just inside your lower lashes. Along it sit the openings of the meibomian glands, the ones that release the oil keeping your tears from evaporating. Line it, and you're not putting color on a lid. You're laying product across those openings. The American Academy of Ophthalmology puts it in one sentence on their own eye care page. Apply eyeliners outside the lash line and never close to your eye. That isn't a shade instruction. It's a location instruction. Women have been saying so for years. 1. I don't think eyeliner on the waterline is a good idea for older ladies. It tends to irritate the eyes. Another, in 6 words, too uncomfortable and way too drying. A creator in this category was asked publicly. Her answer: eye safety comes first. The definition you want isn't on the rim. It's at the root. And a viewer described it better than I could. Push the liner into the base of the lashes, dot it between them, from underneath. The lash line thickens from the inside. It spends no lid budget. It never touches wet tissue. That same move closes the gap most of us leave between liner and lashes, the gap that makes a line look like it's floating. You'll hear this called tight lining. Half the internet uses that for the upper waterline, the very thing we've just been through. By the motion, not the word. The swap. The wet rim for the lash root. Some of you will keep lining your waterline. That's a real choice, and it's yours. I owe you the trade-off, not the decision. Direction decides whether any of this reads as lifted. That's next. Have you noticed your hand wants to follow the shape of your eye at the outer corner? It does, and that's not clumsiness. The outer corner curves down. Your hand traces what's there. It feels right because it is accurate. But that tail is the last straight line anyone sees at the edge of your face. And a line sets a direction for everything around it. Trace the curve down, and you extend it. The surprise is how little you have to do. Level is enough, not up, not a wing. The tail leaves at the height it arrived. Because a wing is a different problem. A viewer, 71. Any wings would have to travel through 3 or 4 creases, so I'll be skipping that part. She isn't missing out. On a lid with several folds, a wing crosses every one and breaks. Flat and short survives. Long and lifted doesn't. And if you can't see the outer corner looking straight ahead, aim the tail at the end of your eyebrow, not your temple. That's the mark. The swap. Following the curve, for stopping level. All of that assumes your 2 eyes match. Number 6 is where they don't. Take one breath. None of these are rules. On a video about this with 1.5 million views, the 4 top comments all preferred the side the presenter called wrong. They liked a different look. I'm not here to change your taste, only to tell you what the line is doing. You're allowed to ignore every chart that sorts eyes into almond, round, and hooded. Sort by texture instead. 3 of them. If your lid has folds, powder wins. A matte brown shadow on a small angled brush, damp, settles into the creases instead of skipping over them. A pencil breaks at every fold. If your lid runs oily, or your liner has migrated by lunchtime, a soft gel pencil pressed at the roots stays put, and if your lid is smooth and dry, liquid still works. That's the lid it was built for. On a softer lid, it sinks into fine lines. 1 tool, 2 depths. Press harder through the outer third, lighter towards the inner corner. That's your gradient. No second product, which is the promise I made earlier. A twist-up gel pencil sits under about $15. A neutral brown palette with a small angled brush, roughly 15 to 30. A pot gel with a proper brush, above 30. And it lasts years. Those are ballparks. Check on the day. And if there's already a brown palette and an angled brush in your drawer, you have everything. The swap. Chosen by eye shape, for chosen by lid texture. Next, the eye that doesn't match its partner, and why the instinct most of us follow makes the gap wider. This is the one I promised you. One hooded eye, one that isn't. One viewer wrote it plainly. 189 people liked it. I actually have one hooded eye and one normal eye. I'm just trying to find tricks to make them look more alike. Nobody answered her. Not in 19 videos and 6.5 million views. Uneven is ordinary. What loosens is skin, and skin doesn't loosen evenly across a face. Nothing has gone wrong with you. The instinct is to line the easier eye first and copy it across. Backwards. The harder eye never catches up. Reverse it. The eye with less lid budget sets the thickness. The other one comes down to meet it, and balance by weight, not length. Extending the tail on the hooded side makes the difference easier to read. The 2 lines now end in different places. Adjust density at the roots instead, and there's nothing to line up. One exception. If the lid edge itself sits lower on one side, that's an appointment, not a pencil problem. The swap. Copying your good eye, for letting the harder one lead. And if your hand won't hold steady, that's the last one. Picture it. Elbow up, pencil in the air, holding your breath for 3 seconds. Nobody's hand stays still for 3 seconds, so a line is the wrong unit. Draw 4 short dashes along the lash line, then join them. Each dash needs half a second, not 3. Then take the weight off it. Rest the side of your palm on your cheekbone, elbow on the table. The tremor doesn't stop. Its arc shrinks, because the pivot is close to the work. 223 people agreed with this one. Even with me being a stroke survivor and having the use of only one arm and hand, this technique works for me. She uses the pencil itself to lift the lash line, one hand, and her own eyelid as the second. And the mirror is part of the problem. Another viewer had struggled for years looking straight in the mirror. Of course she had. Looking straight ahead, the fold covers the line you're trying to draw. Drop your chin, look down into the mirror, eye half open. The lash root appears. If your lashes have thinned, a hard pencil drags at them. Powder or a soft gel fills between the roots without pulling. The swap. 1 long stroke for 4 short ones. 7 things. Underneath them, 3, where the pencil lands. At the roots, not on the wet rim, where the tail ends, level with where it began, not following the corner down, and a tool matched to your lid's texture, not to a chart of eye shapes. None of it needs a new purchase. The pencil already in your drawer is very likely the right one. What changes is where it goes. Not one of the 7 is a rule. You know what your line is doing now. Changing nothing is a full answer. 1 question in the comments. How long have you been wearing eyeliner, and how old were you when you learned? The truest sentence here came from a viewer who put her age in it. At 90, I like to look refreshed, not tired. Her words, not mine.